Welcome to the Empower Women in Menopause podcast with your girl, Trudy German. I'm an online personal trainer and wellness coach for women going through perimenopause. Over here, we talk about all things perimenopausal, menopausal, and postmenopausal, and how to thrive through this transition. We speak openly and candidly about what going through this change really consists of, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we also dismiss a lot of the myths or all the myths and talk about how this change affects you mentally, emotionally, physically, and professionally. So let's get into this week's episode. Good morning, gorgeous. Once you hear good morning, it's early morning. So let's jump right into today's episode. So we're still at the top of the year. I'm actually recording this in January, but it's going to drop in February. So let's act like we're in February and it is, which it's still the top of the year. So my birthday, okay, let's back up. So today we're going to be talking about questions to ask or things to talk about with your doctor where perimenopause is concerned. And I think it's important that you do this. Of course, you already know I am not a medical doctor. I am not a naturopathic doctor. I am a wellness coach who specializes in helping perimenopausal women get rid of belly fat. And while doing that, you minimize and eradicate a lot of your perimenopausal symptoms. So my birthday was January 8th and I turned 45. And that week I had like 3 doctor's appointments. One was with my GP, one was with my endocrinologist, and one was with my OBGYN. And I'll get into why I have different doctors. But getting our physical done annually is important, regardless whether we like going to the doctors or not. And of course, everyone knows, I'm a Black woman, and everyone knows that Black women, women of color, a lot of us are treated unfairly at the doctor's offices. So a lot of us don't want to go. We still have to go because we still have to take care of our health. We still have to take care of ourselves. We still have to know what's going on with our bodies. And I'm honestly fortunate to have an amazing GP, general practitioner. I've had the same GP, I would like to say about more than 15 years. My OBGYN about 20 or more. And my endocrinologist in the last 3 years. So for me, getting my physical done is important. A few years ago, about 8 years ago, I think I started getting it done in January for a few reasons. One, it's the beginning of the year. And 2, it's my birth month. Mostly because it's my birth month, so it helped with consistency. Because to be honest, there was a point where I wasn't going to the doctor and getting an annual physical. Ignorance, I know. I would basically go to the doctor if and when something was off, and then that would be it. I would not go make another doctor's appointment, see the doctor again until something was wrong again. But I realized I can't keep doing that. And what was also happening, a lot of times I would honestly forget. Did I do my physical last year? Was it last year I had it done? Have I had one done this year as yet? Or was it 2 years ago? So I found that I couldn't keep track. So once I switched to my birth month, it was very easy to keep track because I know what's going on. So the reason I also have an endocrinologist is I've had issues with my thyroid before. About 15 years ago initially, and then during COVID, it returned. So my thyroid was overactive. Remember, I've spoken about the thyroid and the importance to in regards to metabolism in other episodes before. And I'm going to definitely do another episodes where I talk about different hormones, and the thyroid is going to be one of them because it is very important. So during COVID, I had an overactive thyroid. So that means my metabolism was very high and I was losing weight rapidly. Trust me. I know you think you want that. You don't. Because with that, my energy level was so low. I couldn't function. Next up, I lost a lot of strength. I lost a lot of muscles. And part of the reason I'm also talking about this, and I'll touch on it a bit later, is a lot of perimenopausal symptoms are similar to thyroid issues. So whether it's overactive, which I had hyper, Hyper thyroidism, or underactive thyroid, which is hypo. A lot of the symptoms are similar to perimenopausal symptoms. So that's why I keep telling you, ladies, don't simply diagnose yourself. You still want to go to your doctor. You still want to get blood work done to rule out other things. So that's why I have an endocrinologist. Of course, I have a GP, because initially it was my GP who ran the blood work when I was experiencing a lot of the symptoms. I went in and I was like, hey, doc, this is what's going on. And he ran the blood work, came back, and then referred me to the endocrinologist, which is the specialist. Gynecologist, I've had my gynecologist, oh my gosh, for years. I've had my gynecologist for that one about 20 years. I don't know, I just thought it was important to get one years ago when I initially wanted to go on the pill, birth control, Depo-Provera, other